Hello students, today we are going to start grammar. So please make sure you are having this Oxford English System grammar book with you. And with this you also have to make sure that you are having a stationery stuff with you because we are going to do the classwork. And I would like to appreciate the students because you are sending your assignments on time. And those students who have not sent, I am still waiting. Now what is today's topic? Today we are going to cover common and proper nouns and concrete and abstract nouns. I know we have done this before. Just recall the nouns again. And then we will start with the exercise.
I know students, you have already learnt about nouns. But we will make our concepts more strong by studying in detail. What is noun? A noun is a word that refers to a person, place, animal or a thing. To make you understand, let us see the examples of each. From the picture, you can see this is a boy. It comes under the category of person. Next, this is a tiger. It comes under the category of animal. It is a picture of Taj Mahal. It comes under the category of place. Next, this is a pencil. It comes under the category of thing. In short, basically all these four categories comes under noun. Classification of nouns. Nouns are classified into four categories: common nouns and proper nouns, collective nouns, concrete nouns and abstract nouns, countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Students, in your grade 3rd, you studied in detail about common nouns and proper nouns and collective nouns. Now, we will study concrete nouns and abstract nouns and countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Before we start with an abstract and concrete nouns, let us recall common and proper nouns. A common noun is a word that refers to a general names of a people, places or things. They are not capitalized unless they come at the beginning of the sentence. A proper noun is a name that refers to a specific person, place or thing. All proper nouns begin with a capital letter. Let's see some examples. Note: green is for common noun, orange is for proper noun. First example, the man was greedy. Here, man is a common noun as it is a general name given to a person. Next, Radha bought a bicycle. Radha is a proper name as I know the girl I am talking about is Radha. So, Radha is a proper noun. Bicycle is a general name given to a thing. So, bicycle is a common noun. Next, I forgot my umbrella at home. Umbrella is a common noun as it is a general name given to a thing. Home is also a common noun as it is a general name given to a place. Next, John entertains people in a circus. John is a proper noun as it's a specific name that is John. Next, people is a common noun as it is a general name given to a person. And circus again a common noun as it is a general name given to a place. Next, Jaipur is a beautiful city. Jaipur is a specific name given to a place. So, Jaipur is a proper noun. And city, it's a common noun. It's a general name given to a place. Now, let us start with concrete and abstract nouns. Following are the definitions. Nouns that can be identified from any of our 5 senses are called concrete nouns. Nouns that cannot be identified from any of our 5 senses are called abstract nouns. Concrete noun. As I said you, concrete noun can be identified from the 5 senses. What are the 5 senses? Smell, sight, hearing, taste, touch. For example, mountain, which can be seen. Incense stick, it can be smelled. Piano can be heard. Noodles can be tasted. Rain can be touched. So all this comes under the concrete noun. So concrete noun is a noun that exists physically and can be seen, smelled, heard, tasted or touched. Concrete noun can be common noun, proper noun, countable noun, uncountable noun or collective noun. Let me tell you how to identify the concrete noun. For example, could someone please answer the phone? Here phone is a concrete noun. Why? Because it can be heard, it can be touched, it can be seen. Second, what is that noise? Noise is an concrete noun as it can be heard. Next, a large panther appeared from behind the rock. Now panther and rock, it comes under the concrete noun as they can be touched, seen. Next, she put the flowers into the vase. Flowers is come under the concrete noun as it can be touched, it can be seen, it can be smelled. In fact, it can be tasted. Abstract noun. Abstract nouns are the opposites of concrete nouns. They can only be thought of or felt. They cannot be seen or touched. Students, you must be wondering, then what comes under the abstract noun? It defines three things: idea, state of mind, quality. Let me explain you with an example. Suppose, while sleeping, if a dream comes. So dream is an abstract noun as it defines idea. See the second example. You feel happy when you see your friend. So happiness is an abstract noun as it defines state of mind. Next, if you are a kind person, so kindness is an abstract noun as it defines quality of a person. So, see the example, dream, happiness, kindness. All these comes under the abstract noun as they cannot be heard, touched, seen, tasted and smelled. Let me tell you how to identify an abstract noun. See the example, strength is something almost everyone appreciates. Strength is an abstract noun as it defines quality. Next, people lost faith in banks. Faith is an abstract noun. Next, I was full of anger. Anger is an abstract noun as it defines state of mind. In this way, strength, faith, anger are abstract nouns as they cannot be heard, touched, seen, tasted and smelled.
Students, I hope you had a good recall of common and proper nouns and concrete and abstract nouns. Now come to page number 6. First of all, write today's date on it. What is today's date? 6th of July 2020. Now you are ready with your pencil and eraser. Let us start with an exercise. These are the nouns. Now we have to put which are the common noun you have to write here, which are the proper nouns you have to write here. Let us start one by one. First is continent. Now continent is a common noun because I don't know about which continent you are talking about. So here will come continent. At the same time you also have to write it. It's a classwork, not homework. Next is Sonia. I am talking about a specific person, that is Sonia. So Sonia is a proper noun. Festival. Do you know about which festival I am talking about? No. So it's a common noun. Festival. Next, Italy. So it's a proper noun. Next, Varanasi. Again, it's a proper noun. We are talking about a specific place, that is Varanasi. Next, city. I don't know about which city I am talking about. So it's a common noun, city. Aunt. Do you know what is the name of the aunt? No. So again, common noun. Next, Antarctica. I know this is one of the continents, so that's why it will be a proper noun. Next, country. There are lots of countries. I don't know about which country I am talking about. So again, a common noun. Next, Christmas. It's one of the festival. So it's specific. So proper noun. So this was the exercise on common and proper noun. Students, also make sure whenever we are talking about a proper noun, all the first letter you can see, they will be of a capital letter. Now, let us again see concrete and abstract nouns. Write CN for concrete noun and AN for the abstract noun. It's on page 7. There you have to write classwork and again write today's date also. Now, first one is done for you. Happiness is an abstract noun. Now you know why happiness is an abstract noun, because I cannot touch happiness from any of my 5 senses, but I can only feel. That's why happiness is an abstract noun. Next, hunger. Again, it's an abstract noun. Why abstract noun? Because I cannot see hunger, I cannot touch, I cannot smell. I can just feel. That's why hunger is an abstract noun. Next, bottles. Now, if bottles are kept here, can you touch that? Yes, I can touch, I can see. So, it's a concrete noun. For concrete noun, I am writing CN. Next, pride. Now pride, it's again a feeling. We cannot touch, we cannot smell, nothing. It's a feeling. So it's AN, abstract noun. Last, boots. Boots, I can touch from my 5 senses. I can touch, I can see. So it's a concrete noun. Now that's enough for the classwork. Now we'll see what's our homework.
Now here goes our assignment for the day. From the book Oxford English System Grammar, Chapter 1, on page 7, question C. You have to do this work in the book itself. And what is the question? Pick the odd one out and write in the blanks. For example, first question is, options are classroom, books, pens and wisdom. So from this, which noun is odd one? That you have to write in the blank. In the same way you have to do for all the 4 questions. Students, please note, the time limit for this assignment should not be more than 5 minutes. Once you see the video, give a thumbs up. So I will see that these students have seen the videos, and those who are not showing the thumbs up will be considered that these students have not seen the videos. And when you mail me the assignment, your name should be properly written with the subject, class, section, everything.